Hey, this is Skill Practice 2, Sig Figs Practice. First question. When you're adding 200.00 plus 125.2, you gotta figure out which digits are actually significant, which aren't. All non-zero digits are considered significant. Trailing zeros and a number containing a decimal point are also significant. When you add sig figs, you gotta remember to round to the position of the least significant digit and the most uncertain of the numbers being summed. The least significant digit in this case is 2 in the tens place. When you add those two numbers, you get 325.2. Next question. When you add those two numbers, you gotta keep in mind zeros appearing anywhere between two non-zero digits are significant. For example, in 12,020, the zero between the first two and the second two, that zero is important. The second zero isn't. In 6,000, those three zeros at the end are not important because there is not a decimal place. The significance of trailing zeros in a number not containing a decimal point can be ambiguous. When you add those two numbers, you get 18,020. The result is rounded to the last digit that is significant in each of the numbers being summed, meaning that your answer is 18,000. When you add these two numbers, keep in mind leading zeros are not significant. All non-zero digits are considered significant. Then trailing zeros that have a decimal point are important. When you add those two, you get 0.01745. But you only round to the last digit that is significant, each of the numbers being summed. Your answer should be 0.0175. Question number 4. When you subtract these two numbers, keep in mind leading zeros are not significant, non-zero digits are important, trailing zeros with a decimal point are significant. So when you subtract those two, you should get 0.790. Question 5. When you multiply sig figs, these are the rules you gotta keep in mind, just like addition problems. All non-zero digits are considered significant. Trailing zeros in a number containing a decimal point are important. But when you multiply or divide numbers, the result is rounded to the number of sig figs and the factor with the least sig figs. So when you multiply those two, you get 28,908,000. But you can only have 4 sig figs for this problem because of the 120.0. Your answer should be 28,910,000. Question number 6. 340 divided by 12.5. Same rules apply. So you should have 2 sig figs for this problem, giving you an answer of 27. Question number 7. When you multiply this, you gotta keep in mind the same rules. Then you multiply 2.450 times 10 to the 6 times 2.0 times 10 to the 6, giving you 4.9 times 10 to the 12. You can only have 2 sig figs for this problem because of the 2.0. Your answer should be 4.9 times 10 to the 12. Question number 8. When you divide these two numbers, same rules apply. But when you actually divide it, you get 185,778.5467. You can only have 3 sig figs for this problem because of 2.89. Your answer should be rounded to 1.86 times 10 to the 5th.